recording.
Hi! So we're back to talk about books again, as we promised. And today we're gonna talk about Cemetery Boys. There. It's you now.
Alright, so the overall, is it a romance?
Yes.
Okay. Is it magic? Is there magic in this?
Yes.
Okay, like witches and things, or
I think the witches. I don't know the Spanish word that they. I don't want to pronounce it because I don't think I can pronounce it.
Sure.
I think that means witch.
Okay. So there are supernatural beings.
Yeah. There's magic here.
Okay, and I think you said it was a mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery as well.
Oh, cool.
But maybe I shouldn't have said romance, because romance is not how you start the book, but later on. It's quite late in the book that it's there.
Okay.
At least that's how I felt. Maybe I just couldn't figure things out.
So set the scene. Where is it? And when is it?
It's set in present time, it's in our time now. It's set in America, in California. And it's set in Latin American communities, and I really like that. I really like that it's, I don't know, just sort of immersed me in this culture, and it's just there, and you just, they do tell you things about it, because there's this character that doesn't know some things about the witches, and they do tell you about their culture and how they celebrate the Day of the Dead. So quite like that.
Okay, so the world is exposed to you
Yeah.
quite nicely.
Yeah.
Do you know is the author Latin American?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, cool. So you get to immerse yourself in someone else's world. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like that.
So what's the setup? Like the opening setup? Who's the protagonist? And
Okay, so the setup is that there's this family of witches. I'm gonna call them witches because I can't pronounce that word, and I think it means witches. There's a boy who's come from this long line of high witches, like the leaders of the community, and his mother is dead and his father is in charge. So the main character is trans, and I think that's another thing that I was immersed in, because I don't know much about life of trans people, and that's another thing that immerses you into that sort of how he feels and what it's like to be like to the very personal things, like he wears a binder, and it's just nice to be told these things without having to actually I don't know, like ask people. Like you wouldn't go out and just ask people, oh, what do you do?
so born identified as male, but is living identifying as female.
No, the other way around.
The other way. Okay. And I'm sure that's core to the world, but is it core to the plot that they're trans, or is it just who the character is?
No, it's more to the story because he was born a girl. His family is so there's witches in the family. The male is the one that deals with the dead, the souls, like releases them, and the women of the witches, they heal people. So when the boy turns 15, they get their, I don't know, like a weapon that they use with chicken blood to release spirits. So there's like, spirit has a tether, and they just cut the tether with that magical weapon. But he's not getting it because he's considered a girl. so he's supposed to be healing people, so he can't go through these I don't know, there's this ceremony when they get their weapon, or the women get their power to heal, and he's not allowed to go through men's ones or boys' ones because they don't think that he's a boy, so he doesn't have it, but his friend makes him a knife and he goes through it with her. Yeah, so he sort of feels relieved that the goddess, I don't know what her name is, thinks that he's a man.
So the magic accepts him as
yeah,
as
yeah.
man. Okay. So it kind of is key to the antagonism of the plot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's the romance character?
A spirit.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's fair to say that because it's revealing. So maybe we should put that there's some spoilers, because it's not obvious from the beginning that that's what's the romance interest. Yeah, and there is mystery going on because they don't know how this boy died, and they can't find his body, and they're looking for it.
This boy being the romance interest?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's okay then. That's not really a plot spoiler.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
not revealed from the end.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
So at first I found it a bit slow to get into it. Maybe because I was still a bit hangover from Wolfsong. And it was just a bit hard to get into because this is I think it's YA, as in that's the
target audience.
Yeah, I think so. And I was reading it the whole time without the dust cover, and now I see the cover, and I know which one is which one. Because there were descriptions what they look like. I wasn't paying that much attention because I don't know. I'm not like it. I don't know. They didn't add to me to the characters. Maybe just a little bit, like the main character likes to do his hair and as in to nicely do it like this, I guess. Maybe that was a thing, but otherwise I couldn't imagine what they would look like because they look much. Because I imagine them like boys, like a bit younger than 16. Because he's supposed to be 16. Because at 15 he was not allowed to go through this ceremony to become a witch, a male witch. Because in Spanish there's a male witch and female witch, two different words. Because it's not like English language where you just add female to things. Yeah. So now I can sort of imagine what they would look like in all of these scenes. Yeah.
Okay. So if I remember, this was recommended because someone else said, but on the basis of Wolfsong.
No.
No?
No. So I read Cerulean Sea 2 years ago, a bit over 2 years ago, and I asked someone on Instagram, because they had this, if you read this, I recommend this, you can ask me what that book is. So I asked what should I read next after reading Cerulean Sea, and they suggested this one.
Okay, so
it sort of fits because it's cozy, and Cerulean Sea was very cozy, but the rest of the things don't that much, except that there's some no, I lost my thought.
Okay, so it's cozy,
yeah,
sort of reassuring, nice feeling way.
I don't know, it's just cozy.
I think that those TJ Klune ones are a bit heart-rending. Is this one a bit lighter on your?
Yeah,
on your nerves?
It is.
Okay.
But I think again, because it's directed at younger people, like it's meant for younger people.
Okay. Who would you recommend this one for?
Oh, 15, 16-year-olds, like really. Really, I wish I had read something like this.
Why's that?
Huh?
Why is that?
Because it would have introduced to different different culture for one, then different sexuality people, and I didn't have that when I was young. I wish that was opened, like this gate was open when I was much younger, because I feel like I was didn't know anything about anything, and it's nice that these things are there and young people can read it.
Would you say it's a book about identity?
It's no, because the main character is very sure of what he is. It's more about being accepted by a family and how painful it is when you're not.
Okay, so it
It's gonna
really
make me cry.
so it really is like Coco and Book of Life, but more so.
Yeah.
Okay. And who would you not recommend for besides transphobic racists?
I think these are the people that I wouldn't recommend it to. I don't know, I don't think there's people that I wouldn't recommend it to. It's a nice mystery. It's a bit slow, but I think that adds to coziness. Like it's just a sort of warm, cozy thing you can get into, and yeah.
Okay. I think that anything else you want to say about it?
I miss it. I got attached to the whole setting. Like there's these witches. Your relatives can come back to you, and you can see them again.
Has he written anything else?
Yes, I actually got another book by him.
We didn't line it up.
We didn't. Do you think you can pass it to me?
Which one was it? Lost in There?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I want to read more things by him.
Do you know if this is set in the same world?
No, I think it's not set in the same world. I think it's there's the book.
It's not going to pick that up. Lost in the Neverwoods. So,
Yes.
yeah.
No, I don't mean them to see the title. Just. But thanks. Lost in the Netherwoods.
Neverwoods.
Neverwoods. Not the Never.
They're not lost in their nethers.
Yeah, but again, this is a mystery book, and that's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would like to read it. Yeah.
If you hold it up next to your head, it will focus on it and be able to see it. Yeah. Okay. And if he wrote something else, you'd run out and buy that too.
Yeah, I would. He has another book that I wanted to read. I don't know what it's called now. Yeah, there's another book by him that I would like to read.
Okay, cool.
But a really nice and cozy book. Oh, well, okay, fine. I read just one book, but I imagine that this one is going to be as well. Look at the cover. It's very pretty.
It is.
And it already feels like it's cozy, like it's a nice purplish, pinkish hue. Very nice. I like it.
Looks like Mid-Journey Direct.
What?
Looks like Mid-Journey Direct.
Oh, right. Yeah. And right now I started reading Killing Eve. Haven't read much, just like 20 pages. I think I'll enjoy it, but I started reading it and there's no magic.
Yes.
Like there's no magic. Like they don't have any special powers. It's a bit, I keep expecting something to show up.
Brutally real.
Huh?
Brutally real.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit, it's like, there's no magic.
But there is. There's magic.
There's magic,
All of us.
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so thank you for listening. Me talking about this book. It's a nice book, you should read it, you should try it. It's a really nice book. I liked it very much. Okay, so see you next time. We're gonna talk about books again. Okay, bye.